You got problems. You need to get straight. You need a therapist. You know what you need? You need a therapist.
Go ahead, right into Jesse Williams. Go ahead, because I know that's what you
You
want to
know,
talk
that's
about.
what I want to talk about. That dick. Jesse Williams. My God. First of all, just by looking at that man, he looks very like clean cut, like a nice little biracial mixed guy. I did not expect for him to have a dick with attitude. That thing
Swanging,
got attitude. Like he has big dick energy.
dick low, just swanging.
Girl, when you sent me that, I was like, wait, who is this? And I was like, Jesse Williams? You talk about Grey's Anatomy, Jesse Williams? Like, no way.
Don't be calling me out,
You
child. I ain't
did
send
send
you
me
that.
that
I don't
because
know who
you
you
my
talking about.
well, you wasn't my only friend who sent me that. I have a couple little hoe friends that sent me that picture. But you was the first one to send it to me.
Ooh,
Yes,
who me?
you.
Who
Yes,
that?
you.
Who said
Who
that?
you. But when I seen it, I was like, oh wow. Like,
Mhm. I never paid attention to that man, honestly, because I don't watch Grey's Anatomy. Um, he honestly not my type of light skin. When I visually see
mm-hmm.
him, I'm like, nah, he not my type of light skin. Like,
Yeah.
so when I saw that though, I don't know why that changed. Oh, why that dude change my whole mind?
Girl.
I'm interested,
Now all of
child.
a sudden you interested.
I'm interested in what that dick
Ain't
do.
watched the episode of Grey's Anatomy, but now all of a sudden you a fan.
I might have to sit down and binge watch the first. How many
Girl, it's like
seasons was he in? All
17.
of 'em?
It's legit 17 seasons of damn Grey's Anatomy. Don't get me wrong,
What
it's a
that white?
good show, but it's not 17 seasons worth a good show, you know?
He's recently divorced, right?
Mm-hmm. That he was
Mm,
cheating, apparently.
mm, mm,
Throwing that
mm,
thing.
mm, 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 mm.
Baby, won't you come my way? You have to get
Should have shed that
Fetty
dick. I
Wap.
ain't letting that dick go. Should have shed that
No,
thing.
friend, she should not have.
You right.
He.
Cause I done had some. Yeah, you right. Somebody get on my nerves. I don't care how big your dick is.
It's been a minute since I had one that just.
You been dickmatized
Have
before?
I? Girl, I done dealt with some bullshit. Cause that did.
You. I
Because
don't
of that
think
dick.
the. I don't think dick is whatever make me do some dumb shit.
Mm. Well,
I'm
it done
trying to
had me over
think.
here looking like Boo Boo the Foo Foo with my red nose and my wig because
Girl,
definitely. But I snapped out of
uh,
it pretty quickly once I realized, all right, girl, you doing too much. I snapped out of it. I have dealt with some crazy mess because of that thing.
mm,
Because it,
I'm
what
trying to
Ari say, it
think.
spoke life into me. Spoke life.
You don't understand
One that just be
when that
swinging,
dick.
just thick and just got that weight to it.
I want to. Mm, tell me why.
Jesse Williams a Leo
Mm.
too. I looked it up. His birthday August 5th.
Ooh, ooh, 2 days before mine.
Hmm. I can see it too.
Mm. With that dick, yeah, I
Because you
see.
know Leos, we got some big dick energy. Oh, grrr.
Friend. Okay. That's why they say we real masculine, child.
Mhm.
You know who else was stigmatized? I don't think we talked about this. Honestly, because it's not a whole lot to talk about because that nigga
Ooh.
trash. Danny Lay was stigmatized by that nigga.
Uh,
The
the
baby.
baby.
Yeah, the baby. And so recently she went out and did an interview with Angie Martinez to get her side of the story out or
Hmm.
whatever. And just kind of not clear her name, but
Get it out there. Tell
just
her
get it
side.
out and yeah, tell her side. Apologize for her Yellow Bone song, child.
Thank
Anyway,
you. I'm
moving
happy
on.
she apologized for it because it wasn't cute. Whatever.
It
Anywho.
wasn't, but she apologized for it. But I guess the only reason I'm really talking about it is just the baby is just trash because the baby is coming out and he's talking about some uh I don't know. I told her to capitalize on that moment when it happened. And now all of a sudden she wants to come out with her tell all interview. Nigga, you are trash to think that she's even thinking about capitalizing on trauma.
This is her
Trauma.
life. Like,
You think it's a moment for her to get up and go
yeah.
up. No, this is trauma. And you want her to capitalize off of it? He was like, I told her to capitalize off of it. What, nigga? What?
It just seems no matter where the baby goes, negativity and chaos follows. And I don't know what he got going on over there in Babyland, but he need to figure it out because it seems like it's gonna end up badly for him. And a lot of the things, like we spoke on, like last week's episode, I believe, or the one before that, a lot of it's not necessarily his fault. It's just like, why is all this chaos following you, bruh? Like
Yeah.
something's going
You need
on.
to Yeah, you need to reevaluate yourself, your life. You have not even only for I would like for you to do it for you, but you have multiple
Mm-hmm.
kids, and those those are the people I'm more concerned about are the little
Yeah.
ones. You needing to keep the drama away from those little
Mm-hmm.
guys and the mamas because they're primarily with their moms. You are on tour making money and doing all that stuff. So you need to reevaluate who comes around you and what kind of energy you're bringing
Yeah.
around. Like, child, it's too much for me. I don't know.
Yeah.
And this not gonna be another grind my gear episode, but
Not grind my gears. Oh my god.
it's not. But I just want to say that this Amber Heard and Johnny Depp trial is still going
It
on,
is.
child.
And it's getting more and more GHETTO.
It really is. Amber Heard is on the stand, and not to say I don't know what's going on in their house or what went on in their house. However, she is making it really hard for me to believe the shit that she's
Did you
been
know
through.
she had a baby?
No. Wait, what? No.
Girl has a baby. Has This is a small baby. It's like a toddler, 2 to 3, maybe 3.
Ooh.
That's the thing. Nobody really knows. So apparently, when her and Elon Musk were together, they made these embryos together. And it was a big deal with like a court case or something that happened between them. And this is the only reason they be able to like it's documented because it was a case where he wanted the embryos destroyed, but she
Oh,
didn't.
cool.
And then a couple of years later, she pops up with this baby. So they don't know if like nobody know who the baby daddy is. She doesn't really show the baby's face. But if you go on her Instagram, she has a toddler. Yeah.
Oh.
And the only reason I know this because me one of the girls at work was talking about it. She was like, she got a baby? I was like, what? And she was like, yeah, she has a small daughter. And we went on her Instagram page and she has a baby.
Oh. I think okay, now that you're saying that, I do recall her I watched a deposition where her old assistant was
Mm-hmm.
testifying and she said, "Damn, was that a couple months after she got fired or left Johnny Depp or something? She had ran into
Mm-hmm.
Amber and her sister. And her sister was like, "Hey, come say hi to Amber and the baby." Or whatever. And she tried to go say
Mm-hmm.
hi, but Amber was on the phone and she needed to go, so she went. Anyway, I just find it hard to believe anything that she says because she's very and she could very well be telling
Mm-hmm.
the truth. I don't know, but I'm not falling for it. But she's very dramatic, is very embellished to
Mm-hmm.
me. The things that she claims to not remember, it's weird because then you provide other details of certain things, which I can get to in traumatic situations. You remember random
Mhm.
shit that is like, what? Like, why would I remember
Yeah.
that? But it just seems like an act almost. It's like she's doing a monologue. Like, even when the case first started, when she was talking about herself, her emotions, it was weird. Like she would talk about herself and then I don't know. It's just a monologue. I don't know. Like her emotions went from high to low. And I'm like, this bitch is
She
crazy.
probably bipolar or something going on.
She
I
is.
don't know.
I don't know.
It's interested. I'm not too invested in these people's mess, but
I'm not, but it's
it
interesting to
is.
watch and it's funny and it's almost
It's like
like
a TV show. It's like a sitcom
infuriating.
almost. Like what's going
It's
on?
infuriating that this is lasting that long. Like this case has been lasting forever. And like this is the kind of shit that holds up like I don't know, murder cases and stuff like
Mm.
that. And I'm like, is this why we waiting on somebody to get sentenced? This
uh, girl, I don't know. I can't be that invested into their shit because it's real life shit going on. Speaking of, this month is mental health awareness month. So
Mhm.
everybody, please check in on your mental. Please check in on your family, your loved ones. Um, just today, I think there was a story about Buffalo, New York, where there was a mass shooting, um,
Mhm.
and it looks like it's a hate crime because all the victims were black.
Well, on top of that, all the rifles that they found had
Nigger written
nigger
on it.
written on the
And
end
I
of
just
it.
want to stress, like, I don't want to get too much into like America's issues because we know America has issues. We know guns are problems. We know racism is a problem. All these things that America has. America is ghetto. That being said, like when I was reading this case, like immediately I felt a bodily reaction. I started to get anxious. My
Mm.
heart started to pound because that could literally be any of us. That could be you running into the grocery store. That could be me and my son running into the grocery store. Our parents just going to grab anything. So immediately your heart goes out to those victims and their family. But then the next thing is you put yourself in that position and you like, this could be me or any one of the people that I care about, and it affects you whether you realize it or not. My heart rate started to increase. I immediately felt anxious when I was reading this case. I immediately felt on edge and terrified as I was reading this case. And this is one of the reasons why we do this show, is to stress this mental health awareness. Because small things like that, not even that's not a small thing, but things like that that we may think is small and may not think because it doesn't directly affect us. But we're black. We have to live in this country. So those things impact us one way or the other. And being aware of how those things impact you and how you move throughout your day and your life, like that stuff matters. Mental health matters. Some people don't realize that when they read things like this or when they see things like this in the news, that it has an effect on them and they go through life tense and stressed and wondering why they're always on edge and can't relax. It's because of shit like this.
Mhm.
So I say all of that to say, please check in on yourself, check in on your mental, check in on your loved ones, take care of yourself and take care of your people, take care of your family, your tribe. And that just went dark a little
Mhm.
bit, but I had to get it off my chest.
I don't know if you heard too, and not to continue to go dark though, but the Lovers and Friends festival in Las Vegas that happened. No one was killed or anything like that, but it's a big thing now, especially since the Travis Scott festival where a bunch of people or a couple people
Mm-hmm.
died and people were injured or whatever, but um there was said to be a someone had shot a gun or something, but allegedly it was false or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. But I guess some people got trampled on. Nothing serious or anything like that, but some people went to the hospital or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, but then that brings me back to like the in Vegas at the country festival or
Mm.
whatever. I like to go to festivals. I love music
Yeah.
festivals. Shit like that is definitely
It's
scary.
terrifying.
Absolutely. However, I don't want us to live our lives in
Mm-mm.
fear of this type of stuff. I do want us to be preventative, be aware of our surroundings, um, aware of how you can protect yourself. Um, but also in the same instance too, when you're in those type of situations, especially us being in the military, we have to be
Mm.
selfless.
Mm-hmm.
Like us being in the military, we can't just think it's all about us. We literally signed our lives to like stand in front of a gun and get shot,
Mm-hmm.
basically. It's not something we want to do. I damn sure don't want to stand in front of a gun and get shot. But if there's something that I can do to maybe prevent the amount of people who get killed or stuff like that, like those are the things that the
We're
military
literally
teaches
trained
you.
to do those things. Yeah.
Yeah. So if we can lessen the number of casualties and stuff like that, like as a humanity, we need to think about stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. People like that save a bunch of lives. They
Mm-hmm.
do. And they call them heroes, but like I feel like we all are heroes. Any one of us can do something of
Yeah.
that sort. Um but then not all of us are trained to think like that. And then in that moment, you just don't know what the fuck you're
Yeah.
gonna do. You just in shock. But yeah, not to go dark,
Yeah. I
but
mean, this is,
take
yeah,
care of
that we
yourself.
say all of that to say take care of yourself, take care of your mental, and take care of your loved ones. Check in on them. If you
Hmm.
notice somebody isn't doing well, check in. Hey, I'm here. I'm an ear if you need to vent, if you need to get something off your chest. Because it's hard out here. Life is hard. Shit is hard. And especially if you're a black person or a person of color or any type of minority, just getting through day-to-day things like going to the grocery store can be absolutely terrifying. So yes.
Yes, child. Anyways, moving on. Oh shit. This ain't really child.
What?
This dream.
Oh. Oh,
Girl,
damn. Yeah, bad timing actually. Sheesh.
okay, we're gonna continue to be kind of dark, but anyways, we're gonna get right into our let's unpack this. So we about to unpack some
Hey,
shit.
okay.
I told them that I didn't need to come here and see you, okay?
What is wrong with you?
First of all, ain't nothing wrong with me.
Well, all right, look, let's just talk about your childhood, okay? Let's talk about your childhood.
Let's talk about your childhood.
This lady is out of control. I can't help her. Go see somebody else. I'm done.
All right. I keep dreaming about death.
Sorry, y'all.
A good 90% of my dreams involve me either killing myself or someone killing me. I never really die, even in the dream. I suffer incredible pain and then get up. A few days ago, I dreamt about jumping off a balcony, dying, and then going to buy Steely Dan's records with Kid Cudi like nothing happened.
Why Kid Cudi, girl? I'm sorry. Keep going.
I'll hang out with Kid. Sometimes I dream about people harming me a lot, stabbing, shooting me multiple times, but I never quite literally die. It's like I die for a while and then somehow survive. Those dreams don't influence my personal life. I wouldn't define them as nightmares. They stop being scary as soon as I wake up. Dreams that take a toll on me are the ones where I end up killing someone. I once dreamt about being a soldier and having to kill a child. I still think about that one. Anyone know what this could mean?
I have no fucking idea what that means. What the fuck is that?
Oh Lord, we need to put a trigger warning in front of this
Yes,
episode.
trigger alert. My God. What
Yes.
kind of mess is this man going through in his daily life where he keep having these crazy dreams?
I don't know, but it seems like he's having these dreams. 90 he said 9 a good 90% of my dreams. That's a lot.
That's out of the week. Every time you close your eyes, you might have one normal dream, if you dream at all. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all hear me? I
Girl,
know.
you do.
But no, that's alarming. I would definitely speak to a professional about that because I don't. Okay, let's really try to unpack this. What could that
Okay.
mean? Dying.
Either he's killing himself or someone is killing him. Or he's killing myself or someone killing me.
Does he not
But
like the
he says
person he is? Does he want to kill a part of himself or some type of like habit or trait or something that he wants to get rid of? Like,
the ones that take a toll on him though are the ones where he ends up killing somebody else.
I feel like the ones with somebody killing me would take a toll on. I don't know.
But that's something you don't have control over, right?
Girl, honestly, listen. I thought this was going to be a good one, but I don't know how to help this person. I don't know how to help them unpack this. The only thing that I can suggest is going to see a licensed professional to help you get to why your subconscious keeps triggering this in your brain when you go to sleep.
Okay, guys, we are not going to unpack this because
I
we don't
don't
know.
know. I didn't think this through. Homeboy need help. Help that I can't provide. I don't.
You need some
He needs a
help.
therapist. Oh my god.
Uh, yes. So, guys, the reason why we picked this, uh, let's unpack this subject topic or whatever, is because on this subject or this, God damn it,
Retrograde booming. Retro.
Mercury
Yes, it's
hating,
booming.
child. Anyways, this episode we're going to talk about dreams.
Yes. This is going to be a
Girl,
good topic. I forgot to get my book. Oh my god, it's okay.
go get it.
I'll
No,
just
go get
okay.
it.
5 hours later.
Okay. So, yes, this subject or this episode, we're going to talk about dreams, nightmares, all that good stuff. So, the first thing that we're going to tap into is why do we dream and why is this important for mental health? Because I know y'all probably thinking, why
Because
are
we
they talking
want
about
to.
dreams?
Yeah.
Why is it important for mental health? It's a bunch of stuff that we're going to be talking about. Everything, honestly, that we do
Mm-hmm.
in life relates to mental health. It's just
Mm.
a matter of connecting the dots. It is what it is. We
It's
talk
part of
about
my
sex,
mental
that's
health.
mental health. All kinds of health. It definitely, girl, releases anxiety from you. That's what. Never mind. Anyways, so so why do we dream? There's honestly no scientific reason we why we have dreams. Um, so some people think so. There's several theories about it, and each dream has different meanings. There's just different things out there. But if you do believe in dreams, you tie something to it. And I feel like we 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 tie like
Mm-hmm.
things together. You know what I'm saying? We try to connect it to something or whatever. It's important to our health and our well-being, and it dreams can help us process our emotions. It can help us solve problems. It can help us process our thoughts throughout the day and the events that occurred throughout the day. I know for me, things happen throughout the day, and if I go to sleep with it still on my mind,
Mm-hmm.
I process it. So it can help you process like, should I have made this decision, or what decision should I make, or should I just ignore it, or whatever the case is. I feel like it helps you do that. It's also said to be a good
Mm-hmm.
cognitive function. Dreaming is, and helps you strengthen your memory. So probably because you're
Throughout the
just
day.
recalling
Yeah.
all your memories when you're dreaming. Yeah, throughout the day. Psychologist Sigmund Freud says dreams are a window to our
Absolutely.
subconscious, like we were saying earlier. So, child. And then some people, like I said earlier, some say there's no meaning to dreaming, and it's just a byproduct of going to sleep. It could be, but we're gonna make it more than that. So how do we dream? So we dream because we go to sleep. And when we fall asleep, you enter two types of,
Like
I
sleep
guess,
patterns or
sleep.
sleep.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Hmm.
So sleep patterns, yes. You enter two types of sleep patterns, one called non-REM and then one called REM. And REM essentially stands for rapid eye movement. So non-rapid
Hmm.
eye movement and rapid eye movement. So the first pattern of
Oh,
sleep that you
that is
fall
not
into
good.
is
Sorry.
non-REM. We are
No, we
not
are not.
sponsored by that.
Ooh, a little Pinot Grigio, but that's what
What
I
kind is
ordered
that?
yesterday. That was a little sweeter than I was expecting.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Oh, it's sweet. Put some vodka in it or something. Anyway. Uh So in our first non-REM pattern, there's three phases that we fall into, and there's stage one, stage two, stage three. In stage one, you're easy to wake up, and your eyes are just closed. Stage two, your body temperature drops and your heart rate slows down. In stage three, you start to enter a deep sleep, and if someone was to wake you, you would kind of feel disoriented. Um, and then once you go through those three phases of non-REM, then you enter what we call REM sleep, which is rapid eye movement. And it's literally what it
And yo,
says.
I
I
mean,
don't know if you've ever looked at a person and they eyeball just they in REM sleep. And I would leave them the fuck alone. It occurs
it's like a
every 90
cycle where you go
minutes,
back
around
between
every 90
each.
minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. So you'll throughout the night you'll fall in non-REM and then REM sleep. So um during REM as well, your heart rate and your breath quickens, and this is where you most often have your vivid, intense dreams. So those dreams that feel so
Mm.
real, you're in REM sleep. All right. So now that we've talked about how we dream, essentially, or you also dream in non-REM sleep, but the ones that you actually might recall and or the ones that are most intense and like vivid
Hmm.
are most often in your REM sleep. So, anyway. So now we're going to jump
Friend,
into
first of all,
dream
do you believe that your
types.
dreams have meaning? You do.
Yes,
Do you dream often?
I do. To be honest, this past, and which is why we are on this topic, and I came up with this topic, is because for the past like 2 weeks, I've been dreaming
Hmm.
a lot, and I'm not a big dreamer. I won't say I'm not a big dreamer, but I don't dream as much as I've been dreaming the past 2 weeks, like
Hmm.
a daily thing where I've been dreaming. And they all have not
Mm-mm.
been great dreams. Right, child. Scary dreams, but then I often don't remember them after I wake up,
Just how
or I
your
just
body
know that it was a
feels and
bad
just
dream.
okay.
Mhm. Or I might
Hmm.
remember like parts of it. Yes. Do
Girl,
you
you know
have
my little
do
boo
you
boo
think
witchy
dreams have
ass.
meaning?
You know.
Girl,
You
child.
already know. I absolutely believe that dreams have meaning. I literally take every dream that I have, and when I wake up, I'm trying to make sense of this dream. Like, what is my higher self trying to tell me? What are my ancestors trying to tell me? Because there have been plenty
Mhm.
of times where I have dreamed where my grandmom has come directly to me and said these things, and I take them,
Mm.
and I'll be like, "All right, girl, I hear you." I hear you.
I hear
Like,
you.
and so I absolutely believe that my dreams have meaning and I use them to help me process.
So, okay. As we go through these
Yeah,
dream types, because we're about to get into dream types, what is this book that you have? And then we'll, like, as we go through each dream
I
type,
can
I
kind
guess
of.
you can
Okay. So I have this
delve
book,
into it
and
a
it's
little bit.
basically
Yeah.
like a dictionary of symbols and different things that pop up in your dreams. So it can be animals, it can be scenarios, it can be a flower, whatever. But if you have these dreams and a specific item that just kind of stands out to you in that dream, it's basically like a dictionary or a guide to tell you, to kind of help you uncode what that means. So if you have a dream of a snake, and you're trying to figure out, why do I have this dream of this, this snake? Or if it's a reoccurring dream of like a crow or something, you're like, what the hell is going on? Like, why do I keep having this dream? Basically, I can go in this book, look up crow, and be like, oh, this is what a crow means, or something like that. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, now we'll get into our dream types. This is not like a standard list of dream types. There's probably more type of dreams.
Okay.
This is just the list that I came up with, child. So the first dream types that we're getting into are like your stereotypical dreams or your common dreams
Mm-hmm.
that most people have. That when they talk to someone about it, like this is definitely a common theme amongst the group
Mm-hmm.
of us that we've had this dream before. Um, some of them are feeling like you're falling in your sleep, being chased, dying, sex, cheating, teeth falling out, being
Oh, I put
pregnant,
that on there
flying,
twice.
being naked. Um, you did. um, I know one. I saw Kay a couple weeks ago, and the
Girl.
feels like I'm falling in my sleep. So Kay be getting upset because a bitch be jumping in her sleep sometimes, and that's because I am in non-REM stage 3 sleep.
Girl, I don't know what stage
Is
it
it
was.
non-REM
All I
stage
know
3?
is you kept
I
waking me
don't
up
know.
out of my stage 1, and I could not fall asleep. That's all I knew, because you was over there twitching in your sleep. I'm like, what is going on with my friend? Why is she twitching so bad in her sleep?
Oh my god. Anyway, this causes you to jump in your sleep. It's called a hypnic jerk. I got a
I was
name to it now,
genuinely
bitch.
concerned for your ass. You was twitching bad, friend. I didn't know what was going on with you.
Honestly, I feel like that comes from like me
Mm-hmm.
being one in an unfamiliar place, and then two being aware of my surroundings as I'm trying to fall asleep. So
You're
I'm
not like
not
fully
fully
relaxed.
focusing on trying
Yeah.
to sleep. Like I'm hearing things. I'm not relaxed, and yeah,
Mm.
child. Anyway, have you had any of
Girl, I
the
done had
common
all them dreams. I done
stereotypical
had
types
dreams
of
where I done
dreams?
felt like I was falling. Those are the worst, because you do that huge jerk and you be like,
It's-
girl,
I do that shit on the plane.
that's the worst.
That's embarrassing.
Girl, no, and don't be in no middle
Especially when you're
seat
sitting
either.
next to
Oh my
somebody you don't
God.
know.
I have had dreams where my teeth have fell out. I have had all these crazy, like almost any type of dream that you could probably think of. I've had that crazy ass dream.
So, what does it mean? Because I've never had this dream. What does it mean when your teeth, look at her scrambling, your teeth
So,
are
Black
falling
people, we real
out in a
superstitious.
dream?
And it's been, to my understanding, before, that when your teeth fall out in a dream, that means that it's like death or something about death. Um, but as I read it right here, it says teeth connects to abundance and prosperity. Please understand that money is only one form of abundance. Teeth attract love by revealing themselves in a smile. Hold on. That's just teeth. There's a whole nother section for teeth falling out.
Teeth falling out.
Oh my God. Oh, it says that you're feeling insecure about some area in your life. And there's a lot more into that, but that is the very first sentence, and I'm not going to read the
Oh,
rest of this. Um,
okay.
Girl,
Huh.
yeah, it's a lot. So, but yeah, so if your teeth falling out, maybe see what
Oh,
you feeling insecure about. I don't know what to tell you, but as like growing up, when I heard like people like my grandparents or older people in my family talk about, oh, they had dreams about teeth falling out, it had something to do with like death or something like that. But
I got a question. So,
mm-hmm.
before you knew you were pregnant, I know the old superstitious dream too is that people dream about fish. Did someone give you the
It
I'm
was my
dreaming
mama.
about fish? What? For
She had a dream about fish. She
real?
said she
What?
was on the boat, and it was like in her dream there was like a big net of fish. You know how they use the big nets to catch the fish, and somebody like dumped one of those out on the boat, and she had that dream, and then a couple weeks later I told her I was pregnant.
This is when you knew you was
This was
pregnant. You
after
ain't
the
told her
fact,
yet.
after I had told her, and she told me about the dream. She was like, she was like, you was the dream. Like, you were the fish. And like, yeah.
Oh wow, that's crazy. I wonder how do they. Anyways, it don't matter. Uh, alrighty, moving on to the next type of dream, and this is called the false awakening dream. And this is a dream where you feel like you're awake, but you're not, and you're still dreaming. And this occurs mostly in sleep paralysis in your vivid dreams. Like,
Mm-hmm.
dreams where you feel like you're stuck and you're trying to wake yourself
So
up and
can we
like
just
get up,
dive into sleep
but you
paralysis real
can't
quick? Because
because you're
that's some
stuck.
scary shit.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
is absolutely
Yeah.
terrifying. Have you ever had sleep paralysis, Fred?
I want to say not often, like nothing sticks. I'm sure I've had it, but like it doesn't stick out to me
Okay.
at all.
So I've had sleep paralysis several times. And there was a certain period in my life where I was going through some shit, right? I'll say maybe I was like 24,
Hmm.
25 ish. Um, and for whatever reason, like whenever I would take naps, literally every time I would take a nap, I would have sleep paralysis. And it would just be like during like a day sleep. It was never at night. There was a couple times later on that it happened at night, but when it first happened to me, um, it was when I would take naps during the day. If I fall asleep on the couch, I would have sleep paralysis.
Hmm.
And there was this one time in particular, I remember I was at home by myself. My mom had my baby and they were out. And I was trying to take a nap. And as I was having this sleep paralysis and I'm like stuck, first of all, there was like this loud buzzing noise in my ear, like a loud, like, like when the TV first turns on and you hear that little, it was like that, but it was really loud.
Hmm.
And there was like these three figures that looked
Oh hell
and
no! I
and
ain't
they
never
were
heard no
just
shit like
like
that. That's
standing
hell no.
like near me, and I was like, what in the fuck? And I'm trying to like get up and my body is stuck, bitch, and I cannot get up. I'm trying to do anything, like I could physically feel myself like twitching trying to get out of it, but I couldn't get up, bitch. That was the scariest
Somebody
shit
was
in
after
my life,
you.
girl. I swear that next week I went and got baptized. I was like, I don't know what. Girl,
She
I was
not
a
even a
Christian then. I
Christian.
went and got baptized. Girl, I could not. I didn't understand what was going on. I was like, yo, and I don't think I've told anybody this. Like, I was like, what
That's
was that?
crazy.
Now, at this part in my journey where I'm at, sleep paralysis does not scare me anymore. If I have it, I just kind of be like, okay, it's happening. Let's get through this. And then I wake up. Just because, yeah, because
Like wake up, wake
now
up, wake
at
up, wake
the
up.
where I'm at now spiritually and where I was at then are two completely different places. And I don't look at sleep paralysis as something that's scary anymore. Um, But bitch, I tell you, when that shit
Hmm.
first happened to me, I was terrified. Absolutely
That's
terrified.
crazy.
But yeah. Y'all,
Yeah, I ain't
if y'all
never.
have sleep
Yeah, I've
paralysis
never
stories,
experienced no shit
please
like
share
that.
them with us because I want to hear it. I want to hear them all. Please share with us.
Yeah, I've heard it where people are saying they see
Yeah.
this like dark figure above them
Yeah.
and
They
they
call it like
can't
when a demon
move.
is riding your back or like you got something going on.
Demons, stay away, cause I've
Yeah.
never experienced no shit like that. I don't want it. Mm-mm. All right, the next type of dream is lucid dreams, and I feel like I almost want to say that this could almost be a part of sleep paralysis too, where you're between REM sleep and being
Mm-hmm.
awake, and you know you're dreaming, but you know you're dreaming, And sometimes you're able to influence your dreams. So if you're trying to say wake up, wake
Mhm.
up, wake up, and you finally wake up or whatever. But lucid dreaming is basically you're between this phase of REM sleep and knowing
Mhm.
or being awake, and you're dreaming, like you're dreaming. Whatever's
Mhm.
happening in the dream, it's like I know I'm dreaming. And sometimes you can like in your mind influence the dream.
Have you lucid
That's
dream
all a
before?
lucid dream is.
Most of the time.
I feel like I lucid dream all the time. I feel like
Mhm.
I like to influence my dreams all the time. Like when I'm falling asleep, I intentionally will think
Mhm.
about some shit so I can dream about it.
Uh, yeah, I can say that I've done that too. I actually enjoy lucid dreaming. Because it's like a whole fantasy
Mhm.
world. Or is it a fantasy world? Shit, I don't know. This could be the fantasy world, and when we dream, that could
I
be
feel like it's
going down a rabbit hole.
both.
Anywho, but I actually really enjoy lucid dreaming. And even when I find myself having like almost a nightmare, I can manipulate it to where I'll make it out, or I'll be like,
Mhm.
maneuver in a way where I'm the top dog, or I can do some shit. So I almost like lucid dreaming
Yeah.
in a way. It's fun for me almost.
I feel like almost it's like a form of manifestation if I could like
Yes.
influence my dreams somehow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hmm. We
Anyway.
could go literally like, my little woo woo ass loves this shit. I could go on and talk about this for hours and hours. But yes, lucid dreaming that's where it's at.
Uh Now what I've really been having most recently are very vivid dreams. And vivid dreams happens in your REM sleep. So that every 90 minutes where you in that deep sleep and everything is just intense and you
Hmm.
can remember it. Your brain activity is increased and like your muscles are kind of paralyzed. Not in a sense to where like you can't move, but you become so relaxed, like in this deep sleep, that you
Hmm.
don't have control over your body functions or whatever. So your brain activity is like almost like you're awake almost,
Hmm.
because your mind is like going.
Active,
Yeah,
but
it's
your
very
body is not.
yeah,
Yeah.
yes. And so I know we, especially in mental health, we like to think we could like turn our brain off, and our brain never really turns off. It never turns off unless you're in a coma or you dead or in on anesthesia. That's the only time your brain actually turns off. um when you're asleep, your brain is still actively going through
And in some
motion.
parts of your sleep, your brain is more active when you're asleep than when you are awake.
Mhm.
Yeah.
um but yeah, your vivid dreams happen mainly in REM sleep. And then the next one I want to talk about is nightmares, night terrors, sleepwalking. uh we already talked about sleep paralysis a little
That's
bit.
scary shit.
Yeah. So we'll talk about the difference between nightmares and night terrors. Nightmares, in essence, are just simply bad dreams. Night terrors and sleepwalking are actual like sleep disorders.
Mm.
So, and those occur in non-REM sleep, and nightmares occur when in REM sleep because it's a dream. It's like a vivid dream that you could remember.
Mm.
So let's see. Your night terrors, they're most common in children. They happen in your non-REM sleep. It typically involves you kicking, screaming, your heartbeat racing, and a whole bunch of other stuff that's like very intense. Like it's almost
Girl,
like you're having a nightmare, but you're actively performing on the outside. Like you're
my
screaming.
baby used to have night terrors. When
Oh,
he was
really?
very young,
Oh, wow.
my God, they were horrible. Yes, he would have
Oh,
night terrors all the time. He would wake up most of the time, like if he didn't fall asleep with me, he would wake up and come into my room because he would wake up from these night terrors. This dude he was the worst to sleep with. He would kick the hell out of you. Like, would kick the hell out of you because he was having these night terrors. I would have to like shake him and wake him up a little bit and be like, "Hey, like you okay?"
does he
Like,
remember like what's happening in the night
he was
terrors?
so young. I don't even if he could remember, he couldn't explain it clearly to me. He
So
doesn't have them now, but like when you said it happens in kids, that made me think of that. Yeah.
yes. Sleepwalking, exactly what it is. You get up, you do some shit, you
Have
don't
you
even
ever dealt
remember.
with anybody that sleepwalked?
No. And if I did, that's no. That's scary. Now I know we've all like done a little sleep talking. Like
Yeah,
talking in your sleep.
yeah. I know I do this.
But sleepwalking, no. You've dealt with somebody who sleepwalked?
Absolutely not. I done dealt with some
Oh.
crazy shit, but I haven't dealt with that. Like I've
Okay.
dealt with dudes like literally like jerking and having terrors in their sleep, or niggas that got sleep apnea that need to go to the
Oh my.
doctor.
We should be talking about that because a lot of you niggas got it. Y'all need to go to the doctor and sleep with.
Y'all
Put your mask on. Wear your mask.
go mask.
Y'all out here not wearing that mask.
Y'all niggas know y'all got sleep apnea. What
Put
that
that thing
mask?
up your nose now, child.
Oh my god, that is the worst. Sleeping with a man that snores.
Drives me insane. Not gonna lie. I just pray my husband.
Because right now I consider go home. You need to go to your house to go to sleep. You cannot go to sleep in my house.
You fucking up my beauty rest.
You is messing up my REM cycles, bruh. Take your ass home.
It's the worst. Like
Ugh.
I need to fall asleep before you. And even then, that's a
I,
problem.
I'm such a light sleeper that it will wake me up.
Yeah.
No,
Mm-mm.
absolutely not. Go home.
Sleep apnea. Anyways. It's mostly you thick neck motherfuckers. Stop lifting
And
all
I
that goddamn
love
weight.
thick men. I love men that got a little weight on them.
It's too much cholesterol in their
Them
heart.
niggas be too husky. They can't breathe at night. I'm
Oh,
sorry. Oh shit. Them niggas can't
it's so
breathe.
funny to me, child.
Oh god.
Because it's real life. I done
It's
slept with a lot of you
real.
motherfuckers. Not saying my body count, but I done slept with a lot of you motherfuckers
And
that got
y'all
sleep
niggas can't
apnea.
breathe. Please go. First of all, sleep apnea is horrible for your health. That shit messes up with your stress levels,
Your
your
heart
fucking your
stop.
cortisol. Yes, that shit is horrible. You niggas need to go to the doctor for that shit.
Wear your
Okay.
mask,
Well,
child.
we ain't even talking about COVID no more. Wear your mask, bitch. That's the name of the episode.
Wear your mask. Oh my god.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness. Okay, sorry,
This
y'all.
the clip right here. This the clip. All right. Damn. Anyway, night terrors, sleepwalking, sleep disorders. Nightmares are just bad dreams. Nightmares can be caused by stress, conflict, fear, trauma, the medication that you take.
Okay, so first, when you just said
Uh-oh.
medication, I just want to know if any of the listeners take sleeping meds like we do.
Daily. Daily.
Sometimes I feel like this is what affects my dream because I take a sleeping pill to go to bed every night. Them damn
Matter of fact,
Atarax.
bitch, we late.
We late, girl. We need to get.
Uh,
We late. We late.
we
Drink the
I'm
wine, girl.
leaving.
That'll put you to sleep. That'll put you to
Right.
sleep tonight. But yo, every night at by 8 o'clock, I'll be looking at Ray, be like, Ray, you wanna take that? You ready to take a sleeping
I
pill?
take mine at 7 because mine take a little longer to kick in.
Hey. Sorry. Keep talking, Ray. We gonna make it through these notes, girl.
Okay.
Come on.
Child. Anyways, we moving on to the next type of dream. And
This your favorite type of dream, probably.
wet dreams, bitches. I know y'all wasn't expecting that. Wet dreams, bitches. Now, I did learn something. There's a medical term for wet dreams.
What is it?
Nocturnal emissions.
Ooh, that kind of sounds sexy. Say it again.
Nocturnal emissions.
Ooh, Fred, you need to do a commercial. I feel like you need to do an ad or something like.
Them late night ads. If you would like to call 1-800
emissions. Nocturnal
nocturnal
emissions.
emissions.
That sounds like a phone sex like
That's
company.
what I'm
Like
saying. Yes, child. Anyway.
1-800 nocturnal emissions.
Wet dreams, bitches, they occur in your fucking sleep. And not just men have them, women have them too. Now, it just might be more prevalent for men because, or more noticeable for men because out of their little pee-pee hole, they might ejaculate. Versus
Miss.
versus us, it kind of stay in our panties. Like if we getting wetter, like okay, it's not gonna be visible. It's not gonna be like noticeable.
I ain't even about to ask you if you don't had a wet dream because I know the answer to that.
Anyways, wet dreams when you involuntarily, damn words, Mercury, involuntarily orgasm in your sleep. And they don't only happen because I know people typically link wet dreams to puberty,
With little
childhood, stuff like
boys.
that.
Yeah.
But they also occur in adults as well. So don't think just because you ain't a child, you can't have no wet dream. Cause
Have a man ever called you and been like, I had a dream about you last night and it was a wet dream?
not a wet dream. But I had a dream about you last night. Yeah. I don't know if they said wet dream.
Maybe it was a wet dream and he just didn't tell you.
Maybe. I would like that. I'm not mad at that. Like if a man, that's sexy. Yeah,
if a man told you like I had a dream about you and I bust in my sleep.
Oh my god, I want.
Would you be turned on by that?
Not gonna lie.
I don't know if I'd be turned on about it. Be like, you look dirty.
I'm like, why you ain't call me? Why you ain't let me know? Because I would have came up. Never mind. So apparently there's a way to prevent, not necessarily scientifically known, but you could possibly prevent having wet dreams.
How, Sway?
Masturbate, have sex, or you can meditate. That's the prevention measures right there, bitch. I don't know what to tell you.
Now, normally, I go up for meditation, but in this case, I think we're going to have to go with options A and B.
And did you know that not all wet dreams are from erotic, like, type of dreams?
But what other dreams are you having?
I don't know.
You could be eating something and then get wet. Because sometimes I be
life.
You do that when you woke? Oh no!
In real life, baby.
You crazy?
I don't know, day. Oh, girl, I forgot. We doing visuals.
There you go.
All right, the next dream, which isn't necessarily an actual dream.
What is it?
It's a daydream. I daydream often, child. At work.
You zone out?
I zone out often. It's like you're awake, but you may not feel like you're fully awake and you're zoned out. That's all I got to say about that. Ain't no rhyme or reason to it. That's just, maybe you got too much on your mind and you just kind of zone out. You're not in tune with what's around you. You just zone out.
I zoned out a lot when I'm washing my hands at work. I don't know why, but it's so random. But I'll literally be like sitting there washing my hands and like a whole 2 minutes will go by and I just be like,
well, at least we know you ain't got COVID.
I do wash my hands, but I just be like washing my hands and I just zone out. And then next thing I'll be like, oh, bitch, snap out of it.
I zone out when people talk to me too long.
Especially if they are boring. I was about to say a bad word, but if they're boring, like.
My thing is, if you just not getting to the point, I hate people who small talk, who I'm more of a let's just get to the point. You ain't gotta small talk me. Just
You don't
get to
have
the
to
point.
tell me the backstory, the history
Oh, I
to build
hate that.
context. Like, just
Oh
tell
my
me
God.
what it is that you're trying to tell me. I don't need to know that you left your keys on the counter and you had to go back and that's why you was late and then you had to do this and do that. I really don't
I don't give a fuck.
give a damn.
I got too much going on in my own life to care about why you do things the way you do. I didn't ask. I don't care. And there's a couple people at work that do that. They just they provide too much information. And I'm like, bro,
Mm.
don't care. Cool story.
Great story, bro.
Let
What
me
do you
work.
need?
Yeah. And it pisses me off even more when you don't need shit from me.
And you just told me that long story for no reason.
Anyways,
Daydreaming. That's what we was at.
daydream. Well, we done now.
Okay.
All right. So, you ever wonder why can't you remember? Do you ever remember your dreams?
Most times I do remember my dreams. And also I journal in the morning. So typically I
Oh.
journal first thing in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's a very like vivid dream and I wake up and I'm like, what the f- was that? Like, why did I dream that? I
Mm-hmm.
put it in my journal.
Mm.
Hmm.
Well, I typically can't remember my dream. And I know one thing, one reason probably why journaling isn't the best for me immediately after my dream is because I be wanting to go back to sleep. I'm tired.
Mm-hmm.
So I wake up from the dream like, damn, that was a bad dream. And I just try to get my mind off of it
So you can fall back
so
asleep.
I can fall back asleep because
Hmm.
I'm tired, child. Anyways, but some people say that dreams may not be forgotten. We just don't know how to access them. And then something, and I feel like this has happened to me before, where something throughout the day triggers like a memory
Mm.
from that dream. And then I start to kind of remember bits and pieces from the dream. Not, it might not make sense, it might not flow well.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, most of my dreams don't make sense. A lot of them don't be making sense. But yeah.
When you woke, stuff don't make sense. Can I tell you about my dream I had last night though?
Girl, fuck you.
And it really didn't make sense.
What?
Okay, so my dream I had last night was like it was almost like a nightmare, but it wasn't too bad because I felt like it was really lucid. But it was like a Freddy versus Jason movie, but Jason was on my team and I was fighting Freddy. And I was legit like trying to like box Freddy, like we was in a legit boxing match. And like I don't know who it was, but it was like a group of my friends and Jason that was like up above us watching us fight. And Freddie was kicking my ass. And I was like, y'all help me, like help. And y'all
I
was just,
wasn't in that dream,
they
was.
was just throwing stuff down to help me fight Freddie, but they wasn't physically coming down to help me. And I couldn't understand why they was watching me get my ass kicked by Freddie. And I'm like, y'all literally just come down and help me fight this. Like, let's jump this nigga.
Because that's your
And
battle. That's what he was saying. It's your battle,
that's
not
what
theirs.
that's what I took from the dream when I woke up this morning.
It's
This,
your battle.
this is for me to fight by myself alone. We gonna throw you some bones, but girl, you have to fight this battle. And that's what I took from it this morning.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh my god! But yeah, that was me last night fighting Freddy.
That's crazy. Did you
Crazy, right?
watch a scary movie? Why is
Girl,
Freddy on your Jason? Now, child.
literally no clue. The
Mm-mm.
only, you know what?
Mm.
The only thing is Friday the 13th just passed,
Oh my
and
gosh.
on the TV they were playing
Oh.
Jason movies. You see how your subconscious work? Now I'm just not putting two and two together. Maybe that's why I was thinking of that Freddie and Jason.
Honestly, yeah.
That
Mm,
shit crazy.
mm.
Damn, mind blown. Look at
I
that.
forgot it was Friday the 13th.
And we
Mm.
was watching TV. We have the TV on at work, and Friday the 13th movies was on.
Oh,
And that's
gotcha.
why. Damn, that's crazy.
It is.
Anyway.
Uh, all right, guys, we're gonna give y'all a little tip or two or three. The first one is the one Kay has been saying all the time is recall your dreams by writing in a journal immediately when you wake up. Because it damn sure ain't happening while I'm asleep.
Okay.
And I'm not going to recall. I can't recall the dreams, child. Off top.
If your memory is anything like my best friend's, then you need to write it down as
You
soon
must
as you
not be
wake
talking
up.
about me.
Talking about your ass.
Huh. Another thing. My tongue purple. Another thing that y'all can do is talk to your therapist about your dreams that you are consistently having, because it may be connected to other events that may have occurred in your life. Why you keep having these reoccurring dreams? It might be connected to, I don't know, childhood trauma or things that you haven't resolved yet. So talk to your therapist about them. Talk to somebody.
That's one thing we didn't talk about, reoccurring dreams. Do you have those?
I don't. I'm sure I have before. Okay, so maybe I do have a lot of dreams where, and they're not often, they're not like consistent. You know what I'm saying? Like I might
Mm-hmm.
have it and then way down the road I might have another one similar to it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And like dreams of death, or like me running from somebody shooting, or and stuff like that. Like, and those are very fucking vivid and they scare me because it's like it feels real. Like I'm running from somebody shooting me. I feel like I had one of, I can't recall the dream, but I think I had one of those dreams last night. Yeah, because I know I dreamed last night. I definitely had one of those type of dreams. Honestly, can't recall what happened though.
Where you just woke up in like a panic?
I didn't wake up in a panic. It's just not a panic, but like a little flustered. Yeah, a little bit.
I
But
know for some people, like if they had a loved one or something pass a certain time, like whenever that anniversary is coming up, they'll have a recurring dream or something like that, where it's like the same type of dream, maybe not the same exact story, but something in that dream reoccurs when it's close to that anniversary date or something like that.
do you have a recurring dream?
There was a time where I had a recurring dream and it was weird as fuck. And I talk about this often when people ask me that question, but it was around that same time when I was going through what I was going through, and I was having that sleep paralysis, and I was having dreams of a warthog. Pumbaa from The Lion King was in my dream. And it was very vivid, very, very vivid dreams. But each time, like the first time I had a dream, he was like a baby warthog. And then later on, when I had a dream, he was like an adult warthog. And it was like different levels. Like it was always a warthog, though. And it was just so random. And I was like,
Yeah.
why the hell am I dreaming of warthogs? Like, why is Pumbaa in my dream? But yeah.
Yeah. Mine are more so like, sometimes my mom pop up in it too, where me and her are both like running from somebody shooting from, or we're having like some kind of shootout with somebody, or somebody breaks in the house or
Y'all setting
something.
it off? What the hell y'all got going
I
on?
don't fucking know. I don't really know how it starts, how it ends. I just be like, what? It feels real, right?
Yeah.
And then some of it don't be making fucking sense. So anyway,
You need to talk to your therapist.
another
Conversate.
tip. Another tip that I could give you is to meditate prior to sleep. So you ain't having these types of dreams where you running from somebody shooting from you, child. So try to think about positive things and maybe you can manifest it in your sleep. So the last positive thing that's on your mind when you go to sleep, you're thinking about it, and that's what you dream about if you end up dreaming that night. So just trying to meditate. Another thing is develop an actual sleep routine, like before a bedtime routine, essentially. So like decompress before you lay down and go to sleep. So turn off your phone, meditate, write in your journal, read a book.
Turn off the TV. Don't watch something crazy violent right before you go to bed. I'm not saying, okay, don't watch TV, but
I'm
just be
guilty.
mindful of what you watch. Because if you're watching something extremely violent with a lot of killing, if you're watching Game of Thrones, that might not be the best thing to watch right before you go to bed.
A
you
crime
know,
documentary. That's me.
or crime. Yeah, like just be mindful of what you intake before you do go to bed.
That's me on 100. And then see if you can make sense of your dreams. Is that
I
you?
put that on there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I put that on there because, and the reason I put that on there is because I told you, I think that dreams mean things.
Mm-hmm.
I think that it is your subconscious or your higher self or God or whoever you want to believe in. But I think that they mean something and that they're telling you something. And for me, it helps me, dreams help me to process my emotions. If I'm going through a breakup, if I'm going through a stressful work environment, if I'm going through something crazy, like my dreams kind of help me process that. So even if it is something crazy, like you fighting Freddy and Jason is throwing you bones to help beat Freddy up, like try to look deeper than the the crazy shit, right? And see what the exact meaning is. Like, yeah, Jason was up there and my friends was up there. They wasn't helping me because, like you said, it's for me to fight on my own. So maybe I got to fight these demons on my own.
Friend,
Whatever
I'm
it
here
is.
for you. I'm here for you.
But that's just an example. But try to find a deeper meaning. Look beyond the craziness that's the dream is presenting and see what the actual meaning behind the dream is, if you can. Sometimes you may not be able to interpret it. Sometimes it may just be helpful to talk to your friend or to talk to somebody else about it, because maybe they can see something else that you can't see, to kind of help you break it down and interpret it. So talk about it and try to process it.
Or you get that book Kay got and had a book process it for
You
you.
don't even
child.
need to get the book, girl. You got the Googles right at your fingertips. Because most of the time, I don't even use this book. If I have a crazy dream, I get on my phone and be like, "What in the hell does this mean?" Right? For real.
Ah.
And then sometimes I can make sense of it. Like, girl, one time I had a snake in my dream. It was a big green snake, and I'm like, "What is this? Why am I dreaming of this big green snake?" And it happened more than once. And yeah, I don't remember why I was having that dream, but it meant something.
Do that book tell you about cockroaches if you dream about cockroaches?
Yeah, it do. It
What
got
it say?
cockroaches in there, girl. Let me look and see what they got about these roaches. Why you drink? You been dreaming about roaches, girl? You dirty hoe.
I feel like I have before.
Roaches, friend?
Yeah. Because I'm so scared of them.
Why are you afraid? Girl, just clean your house. You ain't got to have no roaches.
Not you telling me to clean my house, child.
I know you clean, friend. I ain't gonna do you like that.
That's funny.
I don't see roaches on here.
Lord, let me do the Googles real
Yeah,
quick.
do the Googles
Hold
to
on.
see if you can find the roaches. Let me see cockroaches.
Ew.
I just did roaches. Let me see cockroaches.
What's the difference, child?
They all dirty.
I don't even know how to spell a cockroach. Okay. Learn about cockroaches and what it means.
You dirty.
The cockroach is surprisingly spiritual. It is connected to rebirth, and to dream about one mean that you are going to make a new start in life. Not only that, it can indicate that you are going to live for a long time.
Yeah, because you can't kill them
Girl,
niggas.
they live. If you dream about a cockroach, try not to be afraid. After all, it is only a dream or perhaps even a nightmare. Cockroaches are a symbol of resilience because it is very difficult to kill them. The dream is therefore telling you that you are going to make it through difficult times. Perhaps you are out of work or lonely because you don't have a partner. The dream is telling you to hang in there as long as things are going to change for the better. All right, this is the end of this episode. Thank you for listening to another episode of You Therapist Podcast. We will see you guys next week. Follow us in our Instagram at Child. Get us out of here, Kay. Get the fuck out.
I was like, bye y'all, we'll see you.
Can't get it.
We'll see you next.